Hello, Jessica Frost Ballast here with a video for MFT stamps. Today I'm taking a break from holiday cards and bringing a little summer cheer to you. Personally, I'm a winter lover, but I know many people are already missing summer, so I made this card for all of you. Let's get started. First, I stamped the Baccarat Background stamp onto a panel of Blue Yonder Prestige cardstock. When I'm heat embossing 6x6 stamps, I like to use a larger panel of cardstock so that I have room to hold the panel. I'll trim off the excess when I'm done and save it for a future card. I stamp it with embossing ink and then heat emboss it with clear embossing powder. Next, I trim it down a bit and blend Distress Oxide inks around the edges. I use Stormy Sky, Faded Jeans, and Chipped Sapphire. Honestly, I didn't really need the Stormy Sky because it matched the cardstock color pretty closely. After I finished my first layer of color, I used a clean paper towel to buff the ink off the embossing powder to reveal the design. Then I trimmed the panel down to 4¼ by 5½ and added a little more chipped sapphire and Faded Jeans ink around the edges. Next, I stamped the lemons and leaves from Main Squeeze with Copic-friendly black ink and colored them with Copic markers. I started with my lightest shade and then added darker shades around the edge of the lemon and blended them out to the lighter shade. Keeping the edges darker gives the lemon a little more depth and roundness. For the leaves, I kept the darkest color around the center vein of the leaf and blended out to the edges with the lighter shades. Once I was done coloring, I die cut them with the coordinating Main Squeeze Die-namics. Next, I die cut the I Really Miss You from lemon chiffon cardstock. Then I put a little purple tape across the back of the panel to keep the letters in place. I blended squeezed lemonade and mustard seed Distress Oxide ink around the edges of the panel to give the letters a little more interest and dimension. Once they were totally dry, I carefully removed the letters from the main panel but kept them on the tape. I die cut the same word die from an A2 panel of printer paper and adhered it to the blended blue panel to use as a guide. Then I applied foam adhesive to the Miss You. I used liquid adhesive to adhere the letters for I Really so that the Miss You would stand out more. Next, I used the washi tape sling to move the letters for Miss You into place. You can do this one letter at a time, but this is a little easier for precise placement. I gently pressed each letter in place and then removed the washi tape. I didn't press too hard because I knew I'd be shifting the letters around later to add the lemons. Obviously, it would have been easier to add the lemons first, but I didn't quite know where I wanted to use them until after I had the sentiment in place. Once the letters were in place, I removed the copy paper guide. I added all the lemons and leaves and then I trimmed off the overhang. Finally, I finished the card by adding a few yellow gemstones for a little extra sparkle. And that's it. You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye!